going by experience, it should be towards the end of August into September. Then, we should, expect a lot of downpours, around here.
It is often said that water always finds its way. This was evident in the 2022 flood disaster, which was unprecedented in recent history of Nigeria. To prevent and avert a repeat, the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, is sounding flood alarms and calling on states to take precautionary measures. In Kaduna State, the Executive Secretary of SEMA says dredging of River Kaduna and its tributaries is ongoing to avert flooding in the state.
One of our agencies, the Kaduna Capital Territory Authority, has been dredging River Kaduna, and in collaboration with the Ministry for Environment and KCTA, a lot of desilting of drainages has been going on.
Those who farm and live close to River Kaduna are constantly affected by floods. Drainage systems within the neighborhood are filled with refuse dumps. It's a far cry from what needs to be achieved before the peak of the raining season.
So when the flood comes, it destroys all our farm, and it enter the village, destroy their houses. Always, since from 2003, that is the worst year, 2003, 2007, and last before year.
Past flood experiences show that in Kaduna Metropolis, this area called Kigo Road New Extension is always prone to flood during raining season. Most houses built here are built on water pathway, and residents are adamant to vacate the place. Perhaps there's nowhere to go. However, the state government says it will provide succor to those living in flood-prone areas.
Most rooms around here, you can get them from 70,000. The highest you can hear is 120, and you can even pay like instrumentally, like bit by bit. So it's because of the cheap housing and everything why people still stay here.
Last year, we experienced the flood, and the flood come. Unfortunately, I'm not even in town that time. I come back, I couldn't enter my area, talk less of my house. So I come meet everything soaked, people pack their things, and I don't know what to do. I just go back sleeping in my office for some days for me to wait for the flood to drain. So that was happened. I'm talking by experience.
A visit to a community called Hayin Malan Belu Rigasa shows that the bridge connecting the community has collapsed. Residents find it difficult to pass through when it floods, and refuse dumps could be seen hindering the passage of water. Mohammed Galba, a resident of Rigasa, wants the government at all levels to come to their aid.
Year in, year out, boys, girls, adults die because they are in their frantic effort to cross over. Sometimes even in the night, you wouldn't know. We don't even know the record of people who have lost their lives here.
Officials say several communities and local government areas prone to flood have been identified, and efforts are in place to guard against the 2023 flood alert prediction.
As per the seasonal climate prediction, we are aware that Sanga, Jama'a, Kaura, Jaba, and Kagaruko local governments are some of the, probable risk LGAs for 2023. We have also been trying to obtain some safe havens in those local governments, that I have mentioned, such that, whoever gets affected can be provided temporary shelter.
While 14 states in the country have been cautioned to prepare for severe flooding this year, the Kaduna state government says it's taking proactive measures and not resting on its oars. However, more measures will have to be put in place to develop comprehensive emergency response plans and coordinate effective disaster management efforts. Nisi Gabriel, Arise News.